This is The Spot, a BYU-Idaho radio production where we talk about what you talk about at BYU-Idaho. Today we are here with
Seth Chamberlain,
Alex Batman,
and Abigale Maxfield.
And my name is Grace Andrus. So today we're talking all about concerts, the concert experience, going to concerts, playing at concerts, and I guess we're here with Seth and Alex for very different reasons, but awesome reasons if you guys want to introduce yourselves.
My name is Seth. I am a musician first. I guess I've been playing music a lot longer than I've really gone to concerts. For whatever reason, I didn't go to like many shows until I was in college, actually.
Mm-hmm.
But I grew up as a drummer. I started playing drums when I was 11.
Oh, sweet.
And then when I was in high school, I just started picking up guitar. And on my mission, I didn't have anything to do and I was bored because it was in COVID. So I played a lot of guitar because I couldn't take drums with me.
Sweet.
So I got pretty good at guitar. And then when I came home, I just started getting connected with the local music scene in Rexburg and Idaho Falls. And I just started playing with different bands filling in. Everyone always needs a drummer. So it's pretty easy to kind of get in there. And then I've kind of just been playing in bands ever since I got home in 2023. Right now I play in 3, and it's too many.
Wait, plug them. What are their names?
Okay, so I play in an indie band called Anyone Awake. I play drums for them. That's probably
Fire.
the biggest band I play in. I play guitar in a band called the Stone Popes
Heck
with
yeah.
my roommate Blake. And then I play drums in a hardcore band called Bump Stock.
Bumps.
Okay.
That's more like my fun little outlet that I get to do, just to go blow off some steam.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Bro, that's fire. Thanks, Seth.
Yeah.
Okay, Alex.
So I have been to loads of concerts over the years, and the first one I went to was a small EDM artist named Haywire in like 2016.
Oh my gosh, Haywire.
Wait,
What?
you know Haywire?
Yeah. I love EDM.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fire.
That's
kinda
super
crazy.
cool. Sorry,
It's so rare to
continue.
find people who like EDM.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, that was my first show way back in the day. I wasn't old enough to go to shows by myself, so like my mom came and I went with a couple of friends, and she just sat on the side reading a book with earplugs in while my friends were like jumping up and down in the crowd.
Your
and
mom was
stuff.
a cool mom.
I was literally just gonna say, what
Yeah.
an awesome mom move. She's like, yeah, I'll go with you, and then like doesn't actually.
I'm
care
gonna
with me.
read my book.
Yeah, I'll read my book.
Yeah. So I had a few shows like that. And then like around the end of high school, I started going to a ton of shows.
Oh,
And then
sweet.
a little bit after high school, still went to a ton of shows. All my money was spent on shows. And over the years, I've kind of like had to make more adult decisions. So I haven't gone to as many shows, but I'm trying to get back into it. So That's why I'm here.
Okay, that's fire. Okay, cool. Well, I think that we can start just by saying, like, your first concert. Alex, you already answered that. That was the EDM band Haywire. And then maybe your favorite concert you've ever been to. And maybe we'll start with Abby.
Oh, that's a bad choice. So, so it's just a bad choice because I've only been to 2 concerts ever.
Okay,
Like,
that's okay.
Yeah, it's really bad still. And they're like on complete opposite ends of the spectrum because I went and saw like a metal band, like a metal lineup, and then I went and saw like like King and Country, a Christian contemporary Christian artist.
Bro, that's diversity.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. But yeah, so my first concert ever was I went and saw A Day to Remember, and Beartooth was in the lineup and some other super cool bands. But that was like such a cool concert. It was my first one and it was pretty cool. Like the live music was really awesome. I wasn't a big fan of like the super strong smell of like weed because there's like this group of people like right in front of us that just like lit up like so, and we like could not move because it was just like so packed. But I was just like, all right, I'm getting a headache now. But it was
Second-hand high, you're like, whoa.
yeah, literally. But the music was super fun. So that was my first, and I'd say it's probably my favorite. But yeah, of my 2.
Okay, wait, that's like so diverse.
Yeah.
So diverse.
Yeah, I didn't like never grew up going to concerts, so I like have never had it like as like a priority kind of a thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. So yeah.
Cool. The first concert I ever went to was the Wombats, which was back in like 2015. My friends were like, hey, we're going right after school today. Tickets are $30. I was,
Spontaneous.
yes,
Yeah,
I was like,
that's
called my
awesome.
mom. And this was like a friend group, and there was a guy in the friend group I had a little crush on. I was like, Mom, I have to go to this concert. I have to. And so she let me skip school, and I went. And it was actually a fire concert, and that was a concert I went to. I didn't really know anything about them or any of their music, and I had a lot of fun, and now, like, I love them and love their music.
That's
And
awesome.
then I think the favorite one I've ever been to, I went to Oh man. Yeah, I went to Coin back in like 2021, and that was after they canceled their tour. And anyways, and I waited like 8 hours outside in line so I could be front row, and I just cried during the whole concert because it was so awesome. Because like you like earn it, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So like after you wait 8 hours outside and like you're in front row, and then they play your favorite song from the album, you're like, this is it. This is why I'm here.
It's like a religious experience, honestly.
Kate, it so is. It so is, and I want to get into that later. But I want to hear Seth's thoughts.
My favorite in first. So I grew up listening to a lot of like classic rock. My dad was into like really old, not old bands, but so have you guys seen Back to the Future?
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
You know Huey Lewis in the News?
Yes.
That was my first concert when I was like 12.
That's so fun.
Wow.
So
What the
awesome.
heck?
Yeah. So
Legendary Pole.
yeah, that
Yeah,
was really
actually.
fun. And then I've been to so many. I have the fortune, like, what's the word? I'm very fortunate to where, like, since I play a lot of shows, I get to just kind of go for free for a lot of things. So last year was the first year I got to go to a lot of different festivals.
Mhm.
So I went to
Sweet.
3 different festivals last year.
That's so cool.
That's awesome.
So that was really cool. I'm trying to think. It was probably, I don't know if it's a cop out to say a festival. But this one I paid for. So I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with Vans Warped Tour, but it was like a big thing in the 2000s until 2019 when they cut it off. They stopped doing Warped Tour. It was just a big alternative music festival, and they brought it back last year.
Heck
sick.
yeah.
And so I went to Long Beach, and so it was 2 days, super fun. A Day to Remember headlined.
Oh, heck yeah.
So there you go. Yeah, it was really fun. Just see like 200 bands.
That's awesome.
Bro, that's so fire. I don't even like that whole world of the music scene. I'm not familiar with at all.
Music
Like-
festivals.
No, not music festivals, but like his music genres that he likes. Like I'm on the opposite side. And so it's cool because you guys are like, oh, I like this. And you're like, oh, yeah, I know who that is. I'm like, there's just so many songs that you probably will never listen to. And it's
Oh my gosh, I know.
crazy. Crazy. Wait, Alex, have you told us your favorite? Did you tell us your first?
I just
Just
said
said it's
first.
Okay, tell us your favorite.
So my favorite, I'd say is probably J. Cole. He's my favorite artist, has been forever since I discovered him. And he did this one he made this album, and it was kind of like, he describes it as a side quest. It's like story of his friend's life, and it's really lyrical. It goes into a lot of different concepts, and I just really liked the messages that he had in it. And I went to it. My dad was parked out in the parking lot for like 3 hours.
And waited for you?
Yeah.
Bro, your
Your
parents,
parents?
are so
I was literally just gonna say they're
Go to
awesome.
parents.
Yeah, they're just like, yeah, we'll take you, but we're not going.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, they weren't into the music, but I was. So, and it was down in Atlanta. I lived like 2.5 hours outside of Atlanta, which was a huge music scene.
Yeah, I was gonna say Atlanta has tons and tons of concerts.
So,
That's awesome.
favorite show was the first time I saw J. Cole.
Slay.
That's
But you've
so
seen him
sick.
more since?
I've seen him 3 times.
And you're seeing him again this year?
And I just bought tickets to his newest tour.
Ayo! So you're a super fan.
Yes.
So you're not a Swiftie, you're a J. Coley.
Yes.
Does
That
his-
works.
Do his fans
A
have
Jolie?
nickname?
A
A Jolie.
Yeah, what is his fandom called?
I don't know.
Kohlers? J. Kohlers? Yeah, I'm a Kohler. I'm not a Kohler,
I'm
but
a Cole.
you might be.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, something about live music really, I feel like, changes so many people. And I feel like it brings so many people together because we're all here for one purpose. Like when you're at a concert, you're looking around and everyone's there to appreciate the same thing.
Mm.
But what do you guys love about live music? Why do you go to concerts? Why should people go to concerts? What's the importance?
Yeah, bro.
I think it's
You're
just
better at me.
it's like you said, everybody's there for the same reason. Everybody's there, like I described it as a religious experience before, and honestly, I kind of mean it like that,
Yeah.
Mhm.
because everybody's there to like take a bite out of the music that they listen to all the time.
Yeah.
Everybody's there to like respect and just honestly enjoy the artist that they're like, it's their livelihood. They've made this art that they put out into the world, and they're like finding that others find joy in it. And honestly, it's just the impact is huge on not only the artist but the audience,
Yeah.
I guess. And like whenever I really love music, it makes me feel something.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And when I go see the show in person, that effect is like multiplied like times a million
Yeah.
because the music live is just different. So like I don't know about you guys' experience at like concerts and stuff, but when I go see artists, they like switch up the music a little bit. You know, like they'll use different instruments, different synth sounds, and the music just sounds a lot more full and a lot more real, and you can feel it in your chest.
Oh yeah.
And it's just a communal experience that you can't really understand it until you've been to a show that you care about.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, fair. I mean, we
Yeah.
could. Yeah, and that was fire.
Yeah,
That's fire.
beautifully said.
Wait.
I don't know if I can add much.
No, but Seth, I want to hear your perspective, like on the opposite side of that, or even as an audience member. Like, do you feel that when you perform?
Yeah, I think I kind of want to go off what you said. I think it's important. Okay, maybe I'll back up. I think I love recording, and the recording of music is great, right? And that's probably my biggest passion. I love recording. That's like my biggest hobby. But I think there's something about live where there's not like the fakeness almost. Like you can't fake it. At least in the kind of music that I play. Like when you get up there with your band and it's just 4 guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's not really anything you can hide behind. You just got to be good at what you do, and that's really special. Like when I go see like someone I really like and they're just up there and I can tell it's really from them. That's really cool to me, just to watch the skill. But I think to answer your question on the opposite side, I don't know. I think it's trying to find my words. It's just something I've done so much in the past little while. I think it's just like it's cool to see like people enjoy your hard work almost. So it's like I'd say like that's like the payoff for me really of like, you know, when you spend all this time writing songs and recording songs and practicing to go and like play and to have people sing your lyrics back to you and things like that. That's like the ultimate. That's like the big payoff for me.
Yeah, I bet it feels like really gratifying.
Yes, extremely gratifying to be like, wow, this wasn't a big waste of time, like my mom said.
Yeah.
Like my mom
Like my mom said.
No, she's never said that.
It's not a face, Mom.
That's awesome. I think that you guys bring some awesome perspectives. As I stated, I have not been to very many concerts, but the ones I've been to, I've loved. Like I think they're awesome. And so I think that this is like kind of opening my eyes to people who like go to them more regularly and like why, because I have in the past had some pretty close like friends and relationships with people that go to concerts really regularly. It didn't really like quite connect with me. Like not that I thought it was weird. I was just like, oh yeah, cool. Like you go do that. Like, but as we're having this conversation, I'm like beginning to understand like a little more of like why that was such a powerful thing for them and why it was something that they just like kept going back to. Like I don't want to say it's an addiction, but it's like, you know, it's like their hobby. Like that was their hobby, was going to concerts. And I was like, I mean, honestly, I respect that. So I think that's awesome. But I guess I'm wondering because I've had several friends that have gone to concerts and are massive like concert goers. I guess my question for you guys, especially because of my inexperience, is what constitutes like a good concert in your opinion?
That's
like-
a good question.
Because like I had a really good friend who went and saw the Red Hot Chili Peppers in Vegas a couple years ago, and he came back from it and was like, that was the best show I've ever seen. And I was like, okay, like, but why? Like I wanted like an explanation, and he like gave me some reasons, which not that they were unsatisfactory, but I'm just kind of like, yeah, but how does that make it better than like this other concert you went to like a couple months ago? And so I guess I'm curious, like in your guys' opinions, like what constitutes for you a good concert? And even Seth could offer from both perspectives, like
Yeah.
as a performer and a receiver.
It's a good question because I've been to concerts where I'm like front row and it's like general admission, and I've been to concerts where I'm like in the nosebleeds, and like they're different experiences, but I don't know what makes a good concert. Because I've also been to concerts where I seriously know nothing about the artist until
Yeah.
I walk in the door. And then I've
Mhm.
been to concerts where I have every lyric of every song in their entire album.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. What are your thoughts?
You want to go first?
I personally probably will not ever go to a show where I have to sit in a seat ever in the rest of my
Mhm.
life. Like
Yeah.
unless I like really like them. Like if like I'll go see like a band I'm
Benson
like
Boone.
really into. No,
I'm just
like,
kidding.
I'm just kidding. Like if I saw like a band I really like, a bigger band, like I go see Olivia Rodrigo, I go get a seat. That's fire.
I get it.
But I think or Sabrina, I go see Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I think like it's just so much more fun when it's like an intimate experience. I maybe was a little harsh when I said never. I definitely go to a concert where I have to sit in a seat, but I prefer it to not. Like if I could see all those artists in like a 300 cap room where it's just a bunch like 300 people just enjoying it, I think that's more of a cool experience for me. Like I love when you just kind of get in there, there's no seats, it's just kind of like you mosh your way to the front.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's just more, I think what at least in the style of music I like is just more fulfilling for me. And that's the kind of crowds I prefer to play to. I think I played one show where everyone was in seats and I was like, I'm never doing that again. It was
Yeah.
really boring for
Yeah.
me. It's just like I think my favorite part about like music for the most part, like I love hymns, I love things like that, is like I love music that makes you want to like move. And I think it like even when I'm like walking to class, like it's just like
Yeah.
that's like that's what I like from music. And I think when you're in a seat, it's almost like watching like a musical or watching like something more theatrical. It's not just about the music at that point, which is an art in itself. Like I'm sure like for instance the Eras tour is awesome because it's just like the whole performance, right? But I think the music is best enjoyed when it's just the music.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, it's fair. I went to a concert and I was up in the nosebleeds, and like I wanted to dance and jam and like feel the music within me, and the people that were behind me wanted to sit, and so we were covering them by standing, and I'm like like it was so hard for me because I'm like I want to enjoy this, and I got these seats because I'm like I'm fine just hearing the music. I don't need to see all the details of the show, right? But it was kind of interesting because we low-key got we got some side eyes because we were partying. I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes the energy doesn't go quite to the back.
Yeah.
And it's kind of, for the people that, do get nosebleed tickets,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of a buzzkill, honestly. Like to be socially constrained to just sit or something.
yeah, it's so hard.
Like people, not everybody can afford to be, on the ground for $600
Yeah.
outside their favorite artist's tour. I think that, everybody should be able to dance and move how they want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I think good shows need standing room.
Yeah.
There's room for both.
Yeah.
I forget that not everybody's like me. Probably most people aren't like me.
No, I think it's good. Like everyone has different experiences and thoughts, but I think at least for me what is like a good concert is if I'm with someone that has the same like priorities as me. Like it
Interesting.
doesn't really matter who I'm seeing. I mean, obviously I want to see someone I know, but even then, as long as I'm with someone that's really just wanting to have a good time and we're both down to party and dance and have like a good time no matter where we are, then I don't even have to see them. And I usually can't unless I'm front row of a standing room. And so like as long as they're fine with me just like, just feeling the music and just being in the ambiance, that's a good concert for me. I think. I pulled up to one concert at the Basement by myself. It was terrifying. It was so terrifying. Rest in peace to the Basement. But then I just found a buddy and I was like, you gave me vibe for the whole concert? And she's like, oh my gosh, yeah, girl. But anyways.
Who'd you see at the Basement?
I saw Blue Rain Boots
Interesting.
and I saw Sorry Mom.
That's a funny band.
Yeah.
That's a lot of...
Yeah, I've seen a lot of random indie bands at the Basement. When I was first here at BYU, I would just go and not have any idea who was there. So I even think I saw Anyone Awake with Ryan, Evan.
Before my time in the band.
I think so. Is there a guy named, he wears like a beanie with
Rylan?
Rylan, yes. When Rylan was in the band, I saw him at the Basement.
That's epic.
Anyways,
That's so cool.
so
I
random.
think you bring up a good point, like who you go with makes it a good concert for you. I think it's interesting just because for a lot of people that I've known that are big concert goers, they say that it's like the energy the artist brings, like their presence on stage. Like if they're keeping the energy going the whole time, then they always feel like the crowd like is mirroring that. So I think that's really interesting perspective because I've never really thought like who you go with, because both times I went, like the people I went with were like very dependent on like the circumstance I was in at the time, instead of like, oh, I went with a bunch of friends and it was a blast or anything like that. And so yeah, that's really interesting.
I think the mentality that you go to concerts with helps a ton too.
Really?
So like if you go and you're around a bunch of people that are really stiff, then it really helps just knowing that you don't have to be the same.
Yeah.
So like moving a little bit, even if it's uncomfortable, even if nobody else is doing that around you, moving a little bit, staying loose. Also understanding like that concert culture is a thing, and most people that go to concerts are like open to talking.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So like this works out better for me at larger shows,
Mm-hmm.
but at larger shows where there's, I don't know, thousands of people,
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot easier for me to just talk to some random people
Yeah.
that are next to me.
Totally.
At small shows, I get it. It's hard for me. It's hard for other people too, just because, you know, you're probably in social circles or something.
Yeah.
You don't want to feel judged or whatever. But when you're out of state, when you're at these shows that you know you're never seeing these people ever
Yeah.
again. Like
Mhm.
everybody's just there for the same reason. Like you have just as much right to be there as the next person.
Yes. And I'm glad you said that because it's like you have common ground. So you can make friends with anybody because you're all there for the same thing.
Totally.
So like I agree. Like the common ground has already been set. All you have to do is talk to them. What's your favorite song from the album? Why do you like the artist? What else do you listen? Anyways.
It's true.
Yeah. Sorry, I got excited. So you can continue with your thought if you had more.
It's true. It's just like it becomes a lot easier when you going with people helps. But if you ever want to go to a show, if you ever have an artist that drops a tour and you have the spare money for a ticket and nobody else wants to go with you, go by
Yes.
yourself. Solo adventure.
Solo
Like-
adventure.
It's a great time. Every time I've done it, I've never regretted it.
Heck yeah.
That's fire. I'm terrified to go to concerts by myself.
Yeah, I remember the first time I went to a concert, like by myself. It was kind of weird, but it was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought of something too while you were saying, if I might add, because we were talking about the basement earlier, like where we are in Rexburg is like probably the best like music scene I've been in my whole life. Like there's
Really?
there's just I'm sure there's like plenty better. But even when I grew up in Utah, I grew up in Salt Lake, and I don't remember it being as cool as it is here. Which I know is kind of weird.
That
But
is kind of
there's so many like different bands here and here in Idaho Falls, and there's like really awesome like communities and fan groups and like tickets from like $10-12.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
My roommate is the venue manager at Fizzers.
Oh, cool.
Oh, what the heck? That's
And then
awesome.
there's also the hangar on there. So there's definitely places to play for bands, and there's shows every weekend. So there's always something to do.
That's awesome.
There's always something for someone.
Yeah, there's 2 free shows this week. There's one at Nauvoo on Wednesday at 7. And then there's another one on Saturday. I can't remember where it's at.
Like, no,
See-
the housing
Yes.
complex?
I didn't even know. See, I don't even know that those exist. There's always stuff going on here. I
Yeah.
played a show at Nauvoo House way back when.
Yeah, when I lived at Nauvoo House, there was this
Yeah.
band that would like practice they would just like leave the door open and be practicing when I came home from work.
Yeah.
There's
There's
like always a band at that complex, I swear.
I remember when we didn't really have a venue for a little bit, it was like in between the basement and the hangar and Fizzers. Like there's like this gap kind of.
There was an awkward gap.
Yeah, and their concerts were just at housing complexes. Like I went to one at the Lodge. I went to the Lodge one. Fishbowl, when Fishbowl was a thing. I went to them a couple times at the Lodge. Because like there's no music venue, but now there's like 4.
And Taco Bell.
Taco Bell?
Dude, I've played Taco Bell shows.
You
What?
have?
Wait, what do you mean?
Like
Like
in
it's
that
art
parking
gallery?
lot?
Yeah, we go set up like a stage in the corner. And then we've
What?
done stuff with the dunes before. It's been fun.
What the heck?
Yeah,
That's
that's
so
cool.
fun.
There's just like, if you just look, there's lots of fun DIY stuff, and there's like every weekend, I swear, like I'm going somewhere, doing something for someone. So
That's so
no one has an
fun.
excuse not to go. Right?
It's true. And a lot of them are free, I feel like,
Yep.
when they're DIY,
Some
especially.
free 99.
Yeah.
Just buy a sticker.
Yeah.
That's interesting. You brought up Fizzers. I didn't realize Fizzers had a stage. I've never been to Fizzers, but I didn't
great.
realize it had like a stage. Does that
They have like a
stage?
basement venue.
Oh, what the heck?
Yeah.
That's so
It's
cool.
tough.
And you said the hangar, like over by the airport, the hangar? Sorry, I don't know anything about these ones.
It's-
I actually don't know where it is.
It's over by Walmart,
Oh, okay.
kind of. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then the basement was turned into like a Latin mix club. And I actually don't know what the basement's doing now.
I don't know what they're. Those are the only two like big venues I know of in Rexburg, and then there's the Heart in Idaho Falls,
Yes.
and then those are like the DIY or more. I don't want to say DIY, but like where local people play, and
Yeah.
I'm sure there's other bigger venues in Idaho Falls for bigger artists, but
Wow,
Cool.
cool.
Look, I don't know if there is in Idaho Falls. I
there's
mean,
Mountain
there's
America.
there's the Mount America Center, but like for indie bands, I think it's just the
Yeah.
art one.
There's a gym, but
The
there's
gym?
never really anybody I've
What the
seen.
freak? I didn't know about the gym.
You're like from IF.
I know I'm from Idaho Falls. So I'm like, bro, there's
Yeah.
nothing.
I
And
never
he's
really
like,
see
yes, there is.
bands that play there, but
Wow, that's super cool. Dang, I'm gonna have to like look up these.
I know.
venues.
I haven't been to like an indie live music, like I haven't been to a smaller band in a long time.
Mm.
And it's so cool when there's like only maybe 100 people there and we're all on the same level as the stage and like you can basically reach out and touch them and like it's so fun and they go to class with you and you're like, oh my gosh. So, wait, I have a question for concerts. Do you guys buy merch when you go? Are you merch people?
Absolutely.
They're both
Really?
nodding.
100%.
that's where more of my money gets spent, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I have
Absolutely.
a lot of people I know that go to concerts regularly. Like they always buy a thing of merch
Yeah.
like when they go. Like it's like part of the experience. Like you said, there's like a concert culture, and like that's part of the culture for people who I feel like attend concerts regularly.
Yeah,
Because it's
you,
like no, like I went.
you bring a fat wallet for
Yeah.
some
Pretend
fat
you have a fat
purchases.
Pretend. It'll go on my credit card.
Well, from my perspective, maybe some insight is like we don't really make money. Like when I play shows, we don't really make that much from like venues or ticket sales,
Mhm.
but we make a lot more from shirts. So that's kind of why I always do, because I know that's going to bands.
Like more to their pockets.
Yeah. So like that's kind of my thing
Oh.
is like whenever you're buying like shirts or whatever, that's more like my thank you to the band, not thank you to Ticketmaster for
Yeah.
promoting these.
Bro, the
I've heard
Ticketmaster
that.
wars.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've heard
So-
that they don't make very much money from ticket sales, so it's interesting to hear your perspective on that. Because
Yep.
I know a lot of people who are like, no, like I buy merch, like you said, like to support. Because I know like I had a teacher here, and he would talk about how that's why he always buys concessions at the movie theater because they don't really make money off the tickets; they make the money off the concessions. So he's like, if I want to like support theaters and movies being released, he was
Like
like a
Paramount 5.
yeah, like he's like a film buff, and so he's like, I like go and I buy the stuff there. So that's interesting, like how you can have that like kind of conscious consumerism, like where I'm
It's
putting
not
my
conscious,
money.
I'm just kidding.
It's like, I don't think it'll. I just buy this and this and this and this.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. I feel like I don't buy merch. I buy a poster, but the hoodies are always so expensive.
They're
I
are
can't.
nuts.
I can't
They
pay
are
$80
How
for
many
a
hoodies have you
hoodie.
bought?
At least 5 or 6.
That's nuts.
You
That's like
have-
$1,000.
Oh my god.
You have one from.
Seriously?
They're like 75 or 80 bucks at least.
They really are, or
but usually they're like
120.
120.
Yeah, they're
Oh
like
my
merch has
gosh.
gotten so much past the
And then you
it's
wait in
expensive.
line for like 3 hours for a $120 hoodie, and I'm like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
Dang. That's crazy.
You get it before the show, and then you wear it
And then
on
you s-
top of
then
what
you
you're wearing.
sweat all the
Yeah.
way through all your brand new shirts.
That's exactly what you get.
All your brand new. Seth buys 5 shirts to put on.
Oh, I've definitely like hid shirts somewhere just because there's no way I'm wearing
like
two
stashed
shirts.
them.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh,
100%.
really?
I would like tie them to my
Yeah.
body
Yeah,
and
that's
then put the
hilarious.
hoodie over. it.
What? This is crazy. I had no idea this was like a thing.
I feel like when I really enjoy concerts, I'll buy their poster. And that's just because I'm cheap, and I'm
We
sorry.
make way more money on posters than anything.
You do?
Really?
Okay, then I'm going to keep buying the posters. I knew that. So
Grace.
I'm like, yeah. And I didn't stutter.
That's so interesting. Like, so we're talking about like local venues. Sorry, I'm just gonna circle back. And like, I know Center Stage, like the
Oh, yeah.
school does like has like musical performances. Like John Schmidt, was he coming this month or was it
He
last
was
month?
last night.
Okay,
Yeah.
there it is. Thank you. I was like,
Or,
I was
yeah,
like,
Saturday.
Saturday night.
yeah, I
2
was like,
weeks ago,
he's
yeah.
like just happened, I think. Anyways, and then
And they had EM Tongi, and they're having one
Mhm.
Republic.
yes,
Right.
they're having One Republic later this month. Yeah.
Yeah, in like 3 weeks. I get One Republic confused with Imagine Dragons and 21 Pilots. For
What
some
about One
reason.
Direction?
Really?
I love One
One
Direction.
Direction, that too. Just kidding.
I don't.
Yeah.
I always got One Republic mixed up with Coldplay. Don't ask me why.
Honestly, that whole vibe, I feel like
No, I get that.
I was like 10
Thank you.
years
That
old.
makes you
Makes sense.
valid.
When they were all doing their thing, I was like 12 maybe, and I think I just got lost.
Yeah, that's why earlier when we were talking about One Republic, I was like, with Ryan Tedder, right? Like, I had to clarify I wasn't thinking of Coldplay.
But
But
one time I saw David Archuleta
Oh, I've seen him a couple times, like,
Here
but not like for a
BYU-I.
concert.
Yeah, and I was
That's
like,
kind of fire.
it is fire because I wasn't an Archie fan, but my girlfriends were.
Archie fan.
They were like,
Yeah.
David Archuleta. And like, obviously that didn't age super well. I mean, you know, I'll just leave that unsaid. Anyways, but I remember going, so I know that the center stage performances are fun because I know they had
Mhm.
Iam Tongi and that was really cool because he just won American Idol
Yeah.
like 3 years ago.
I played a center stage.
You do?
Really? What the heck?
Did you open or did you close or
No, I played drums for 2 American Idol singers.
What?
for the girls
Yeah.
last year?
Yeah.
That's so
That's awesome.
That's
cool.
so sick. What the heck?
Do you know the center stage coordinator? Is that why you?
No, they just called me one day. Well, like went through my old boss. He's like, they're
Seth.
looking for a drummer, and I was like, I play drums.
You're like, that's me.
You're like learning how to.
That
play.
was the most stressful thing at concert I've ever played.
Really.
Really?
Yeah. So
Why was it so stressful?
because we had this is maybe an interesting place to talk about this. So we had so they came in on Tuesday or Thursday, and we performed on Friday, right? And so Thursday we spent like 4 hours practicing on Thursday. So they sent me a playlist of all the songs, but they were all like changed.
Oh.
And so like I basically learned the whole set on Thursday, and then we practiced once more Friday morning, and then I played Friday.
Oh my
night.
gosh.
So you just feel like super unprepared.
Yeah, and
Oh.
like I still wasn't really like sure on anything. Like I actually met McKenna before because we played with her. I was filling in for their band, and we went down to Arizona earlier the year before. So I kind of knew of her,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah. So I remember like it was like 20 minutes before, and I was like, I have no idea when I'm just about to play, and I have
Oh
to
my
go out in
gosh.
front of like.
How
Man.
did it go? Did
Oh my
it
God.
went
It went good.
okay?
Yeah, I just remember I was like going to the bathroom right before like watching YouTube. Maybe this is TMI.
How to drum?
No, seriously, I was just like sitting there. It wasn't how to drum. I was like watching comedy. I was like, I do not know. Like I was just like, yeah, it was pretty nuts. But then
Dang.
it went good.
I'm glad it went
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, me
Went well.
too.
I'm sure no one even realized that you
Yeah.
had never
My,
played that.
my best
before.
friend said he noticed one time, which is pretty good, pretty standard. So
Dang. Heck
yeah,
yeah.
that was probably my craziest concert experience.
But that's crazy because didn't you open for Plain White Tees?
Yeah, and I have open for playing my tees. That was with a different band. So yeah, that was fun.
That's a crazy
That's
concert.
so
That was a
crazy.
other crazy experience. Just like, I don't know. I just like the feeling. You're just like, this is nuts. Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
never think that you're ever going to be in that like position in your life. Like, it's just
Yeah.
like, I remember playing and I was like, this is like, I never even thought I'd ever make it this far.
Like
It's just
surreal.
crazy that I'm here playing drums. So
That's insane.
it's pretty nuts.
Yeah, I can imagine. I feel like too, as an artist, the artists always get so emotional when the crowd is like singing their song lyric for
Yeah.
lyric.
It's crazy.
Cause like
Yeah.
it's like you're putting a piece of your heart out there, and these people are just memorizing it, loving it, living it, breathing it, and you're like,
Mm-hmm. You're like, it resonates with someone else.
yes,
Yeah.
which is awesome and builds such an awesome community. Anyways, before we close, I wanted to ask, like, I'm trying to think, should we ask for advice or should we give tips or like, why? If someone's like, I don't know, I've never really been into concerts, never really gone, can you give them one reason why they should go?
Mm.
I know we've kind of talked about it, but just maybe like a sentence or two of like, someone's like, I don't know, concerts aren't really my vibe. And then you're like, yeah, don't come.
Yeah, don't go.
I think that there's two experiences that you want to have going to concerts. There's the experience where you go to somebody that you're trusting somebody else for, or like maybe you're going to a concert just because one's going on near you and you're like, you've got a free weekend, this
Mhm.
might as well. And you become a fan, you fall in love with the music, and it's great. And that experience is beloved, honestly. I go to music festivals sometimes because they've got hundreds of artists that are playing, and you're not, while you're waiting at like the main stage for your favorite artist at the end of the night, you're listening to like 3 or 4 bands before them, and you realize, wow, they are really good at what they do and they make some great music. I'm their fan now.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
and you come home with more than you like took with you.
Yeah.
And that's like one experience. And the other experience is when you really love somebody's music and you have all the songs on an album memorized, and you go to that tour and you're crying your heart out, you're singing every lyric with the like fervor and passion that you feel for that album. It's like that is just an experience that you'll never forget. And I'd highly encourage anybody to go to a concert, either via experience 1 or experience 2, and just like with an open mind and be ready to, have their lives changed.
Yeah. Well, that's fire.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
Cool. Okay, I got one thing.
Okay.
And something I try and say a lot. And maybe this will only apply to like 2 people who ever hear this, but I'll talk to these 2 people.
Okay.
I think music, and especially like local music, because that's maybe where I'm a little more familiar, is like a great place to maybe find your people if you don't really feel like you have people anywhere else. I think that like music is something, at least for me, that I find a lot of commonality with people. Like all my friends, I don't really think I have that much in common with them, maybe except for like we really like the same type of music. So it's like what's important. And kind of where I'm going at with this is music's where I have all my greatest friends, and like where I've built most of my meaningful connections in college has been from the people I've met playing in music, going to shows and things like that. And people I would have never met. I played in like this little teeny tiny side band where I met one of my favorite people of all time, and he was married at the time. Like I never would have met him unless, I played music. And so for me, it's like if you like music and you don't really feel like you've found your people at BYU-I, because I feel like BYU-I, if you're kind of maybe don't feel like you fit in with the norm, but you still believe and you still want to be a good member, it can be kind of hard.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that music's a great place to kind of meet in the middle. Not really like stray away from anything you believe or anything, but it's a great place to find people who kind of feel the same way, maybe have the same kind of struggles or outlook on life as you do. And I think that's what music has done for me. And yeah, I just think that's the main thing that I have gotten from music out of my life, is some of like my greatest friendships and everything come from that.
Yeah. Like music can fill in the gaps in those situations, which I agree totally. Because you can feel so alone, and then you pull up to a concert and everyone loves the band as much as you do, or everyone's just excited to be there, and it's like, it's very easy to find a community in that.
Yeah.
So I guess if I was going to tell someone, oh, why should I get into going to concerts? I think that it's just like kind of what you're saying. It builds community, it builds relationships. It also just like, I don't know. I think it also goes down to like what we create, and when someone creates and then shares, it's just awesome on any level. And so that's what I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think for me, like the biggest roadblock for concerts has always been the cost of attending.
Yes.
And so I think like after our conversation today, after being enlightened by how many local venues there are, I think that like that my recommendation for like, and my commitment for myself and also recommendation for others is if that's your same roadblock, then like actively seek out those local venues and those like cheaper experiences, those free concerts, those impromptu concerts, because the more effort you put in like to finding that, the more opportunities you'll have to experience that despite like your financial like roadblocks that might be there.
Yeah, no, that's so real, because you don't have to spend $100, $400 to enjoy live music. You can spend nothing, $10, $30.
Yeah.
Anyways, you've been listening to The Spot, a production of BYU-Idaho Radio. Today's hosts were
Seth Chamberlain,
Alex Batman,
Abigale Maxfield.
And my name is Grace Andrus. The views and opinions of this podcast are not that of BYU-Idaho Radio or the university, and are solely the opinions of the hosts. Our theme music is Finding Happiness by DJ Quads and The Perpetual Ticking of Time by Artificial Music. To listen to more episodes of The Spot, visit our website, byui.edu/radio, and click podcasts. Follow us on social media at BYUI_The Spot, and be sure to subscribe to The Spot podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Have a topic in mind? Leave us a comment and let us know what we should talk about next.